misogynistic comments aimed WNBA culture wars.
Oh yeah, I made a WNBA culture war. Everybody in our world deserves the same amount of respect.
And we
Oh,
got
it was funny. There was like a hard shove in there. Like, if that would have Doris Burke, who's also a hater, the girl reporter on the NBA Finals, she's like, if that would have been on Caitlin Clark, everyone would have been talking about that tomorrow.
Everybody just back because they don't get no coverage. But we got a video right here basically summing up everything. Why everybody's saying it's just toxic when you just speak up Caitlin Clark's name. I mean, every time you talk about her, it's men always talking about how all the women are haters, and it's women always talking about they're not getting a fair shot, and we've been here way before Caitlin Clark. But play the video.
Caitlin Clark, like most white athletes who refuse to kiss the ring or to take a knee, has had the woke target on her back from the word go. Now, this anti-Clark plus anti-white charade has manifested itself into physical attacks. After that BS cheap shot, Chief Hater Angel Reese appeared pretty pleased about it too. Caitlin Clark is the only reason at all anyone gives two craps about the WNBA. Caitlin Clark is carrying that entire league on her back. She's the reason they are starting to fly private when they should be realistically on a bus like a JV high school team. But even with Clark, the WNBA is still outsold and outperformed by the Savannah Bananas, for goodness sake. But these other gals hate Clark because she's famous, she's good, she's not a and she's white. And this petty and catty behavior displayed by many in the WNBA is the exact attitude and reason that sinks all women's pro team sports. Push Clark out and you'll be back to selling fewer tickets than a high school performance of The Wizard of Oz, but y'all haters deserve it, honestly.
Can you kind of, on the flagrant, did you feel like that?
The basketball play.
Yeah. Do you feel like that was the appropriate call or?
It's a basketball play. I can't control the refs. They affected the game obviously a lot tonight. So.
But it did look in like you were going for the ball.
I mean, I'm always going for the ball, but y'all gonna play that clip 20 times before Monday?
Ooh.
Calling him out.
I mean, she going into the head. I mean, she put a little extra.
Real.
She put a little extra spice on that. But how'd you feel, Coach? How'd you feel about that first clip with the white lady talking?
They would be a JV team?
Did they be a JV team? Did you honestly feel like it was getting real racism, getting real misogynistic every time people bring up Caitlin Clark's name?
Nah, I mean, I don't think so. I also understand where these girls is coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, what do you expect them to think? This league has been around for this many years. You have, women already doing extraordinary things.
Asia Wilson.
Yeah, like, she's they won back-to-back championships on the Aces.
Yep.
She's back-to-back finals MVP, and it's like, nobody cares. And then Caitlin Clark's lighting college on fire. Like, and they're like, oh, she's like the girl Larry Bird. And, she gets all these commercials and endorsements and all this stuff. And then she comes to the WNBA, and everyone's thinking, that she's going to be like, dropping 20 points a game. And honestly, she's had some games, and I think she's overall, got like point and rebound totals higher, quicker than a lot of the rookie records. But if you actually look at her shooting percentage, she hasn't.
It's getting better.
She hasn't been shooting that great from the field. She's almost like Iverson was back in the day. She had maybe she had 30 points one game, but maybe it took her 35 shots to get 30 points.
Hey,
so
hating again. How you hating on Caitlin? Listen, man. Did you know that she just balled out and beat?
For some reason,
she's better than Caitlin Clark. She's better than Angel Reese's team, right?
I don't
they have
like.
more wins.
I don't like Nicolas Cage. And every time I see her, I see Nicolas Cage.
Just that misogynistic stuff they was talking about right
How's
here.
that misogynistic?
Listen, it's horrible. But
it's not my fault her face is like that.
But no, I mean, when people was talking about this, at first I didn't see it. I always was thinking about, like, why come every time something happens, the first thing they want to jump to is race? And I always thought that was an easy cop out.
Because race sells, baby.
I mean, it sells, but I mean, I always felt like that's an easy cop out. I mean, it's just a white girl that's coming into the NBA.
Making her way downtown.
But it's a white girl coming into a sport that's predominantly dominated by black women. I mean, of course, let them have one. I mean, think about it. I mean, black people are dominating almost every sport.
But what about
one season where one white girl's winning? I mean, it's all right. I mean, but everybody already knows Asia Wilson is out here balling. They might win again.
Serena Williams.
I mean, they did. I mean, at that time, yeah, it was a lot of hate. It was a lot of classism and hate. It was probably hitting around that time.
There probably was.
They was going across the
I
pond.
don't remember.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't as much, but it was going overseas. I mean, it had to be.
Oh, they kept on trying to put that Sharapova girl like as the top one.
And she was trash.
And
she
she would
good.
lose every time to her.
And I remember the only reason people talked about it was because like she looked good. I mean, I didn't see it, but people all said, "Oh yeah,
You saw it. Ski the slopes.
I guess so." But back to this. But I mean, I honestly feel like this is just the WNBA dropping the ball, because I think they knew about Caitlin Clark coming to the WNBA, but they didn't think it was going to be this massive, because everything that happens is going to be on the news. Like this little hit right here. I mean, we've seen harder hits in the NBA finals than this, and it doesn't really make the news.
I mean, they were literally making fun of it. They're like, "Oh, that player got pushed a little bit," and they're like, "Oh, if that was Caitlin Clark, that'd be front page news." So it kind of comes with the territory, but
at the same time, you see in the algorithm, if you put Caitlin Clark on anything, you make a short video, you put Caitlin Clark in the title, the video finna go. So I mean,
if you're watching this on TFTC clips, go over to Tales from the Crib and make sure you subscribe so you get this video early.
But I mean, it's business. It's business. I mean, WNBA needs money, even though they did show that the WNBA is like may file bankruptcy if they not making that much money, or they're not making a lot of money. But
yeah.
They made a lot
they're
less than previous
they're
years.
still gonna lose like $50 million on the season. I saw.
But I wonder how much they were losing before the $50 million.
WNBA, what, $80 million a year?
Ooh, I mean, so if you move.
No, I don't know. I know that the WNBA's lost money every year since it's been around, but that's why people got to support, so then it could be profitable, and then they could give them real deal contracts like the NBA players, because that's how the NBA gets all their money, is the TV deals. But they asked her. I saw in an interview they actually asked Caitlin Clark about what does she think about her name being used in like these culture war, like racist, things, and she was like, she hates that her name gets used for that, but what are you gonna do? She can't stop people from writing whatever they want to write.
You can't.
I don't know, man.
You can't. I mean, people gonna talk about you regardless. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. You shoulda did this. Shoulda did that.
I think there is a little bit of that, but I don't think that's everything. I mean, you can say that like, oh, who is this? Like a Christian McCaffrey. Was saying, who is this white bee?
The running back for the Panthers. The running back for the 49ers.
Not Christian McCaffrey. What's the dude that does the TV show? The punter, the kicker.
Oh, for the Chiefs.
No, he has this show on ESPN. A blonde dude.
Oh, Pat McAfee.
Pat McAfee, not Christian McCaffrey.
This guy.
But Pat McAfee called her a white bee.
Yeah, I remember that. People try to get mad about that, but they didn't fire him.
Oh, and they said also that she's getting so much hate is because this is supposedly like, softball and women's basketball, that it's a lot of lesbians in those leagues.
Yeah.
And they're saying that she's gets hate because she's straight and she's white.
True.
So apparently they're saying that's the worst thing you can be in America is a straight white person.
Get no love in these streets. Because, I was looking at...
Do you think that's why there's so many people that are... different things now?
LGBT?
Because it's like, man, everyone's getting in on their own activism, but unless I'm a part of the alphabet community, I can't get any sympathy.
I mean, think about it. It is
it's a way to stand out.
But think about it. It's Juneteenth. It's Men's Health Month. But all we talking about is pride. Because it's Pride Month, too.
When did they allow that? That's disrespect. Who allowed that to pass?
It's like the U-turn sign.
Send it right back to you.
Whoa. Pause. But I mean, y'all comment down below how y'all feel about this whole Caitlin Clark situation. Do you feel like it's just
because she's straight?
It's
because she's white.
It's because she looks better than everybody.
That's definitely not it. That's not it.
You mad because she looks better than your future wife?
I don't want my wife to look like a falcon. I thought that was a falcon on the edge of the building perched, spreading its wings. And I was like, oh, no, it's Caitlin Clark. I thought I was about to go, call.
You disrespect. He made a verse out.
It was Nicolas Cage saying, here we go. That's what it was.
Can we go to the next side?
It's all right. Everyone
man,
looks like
hilarious.
somebody. I look like somebody. Angel Reese looks like what's the Ice Age?
Which one? The mammoth? Woolly mammoth?
No,
The saber-tooth tiger?
not the squirrel. Was it the sloth?
You disrespectful.
She looks like, was it Sid?
Yes.
Angel Reese is Sid. You got Sid versus Nicolas Cage. The
Oh, you
showdown.
with Angel Reese.
Yeah.
I think you you disrespect. You going to hell. You ever just talking about black woman in front of me?
Angel Reese is cool. I don't.
Nah,
dislike
but you
her.
know they are trying to prop up Angel Reese. Every time I turn around,
They're trying to
Angel-
make her the villain. They're trying to
Angel
make her
Reese-
LeBron on the Heat.
Yeah, true that. They trying to make she's number one in rebounds for rookies, number one in this, number one in that.
She's number
fastest
one in Brick
hitting
City.
this.
It's like, who's gonna have more bricks? Angel Reese from 2 feet away, or Caitlin Clark,
seen her make
or
one shot.
Caitlin Clark from
I seen them
35
make
feet.
I'm lying. I seen them make like couple shots. It's like 7 to 8.
Who's gonna build that house
What?
quicker? Angel Reese from 3. Angel Reese from 2 or Caitlin Clark from 3.
Caitlin Clark already has more. Her team has already more wins than the Fever, and she's already beat. I mean, the Chicago
Sky twice.
She already beat them twice. I mean,
It
she already,
sounds like the officials were racist.
we gonna see.
I'm
We gonna see
just
how,
kidding. I'm just
you a hater. See, we gonna see how it goes. I
But
mean,
no one's talking about the real star,
who?
Cameron Brink.
Oh, from
She could
Sparks.
she could post me up anytime.
You and Jimmy Butler.
I'm fighting Jimmy.